Hello dear all. Today we are going to see next part of file handling and directories. So today we are going to discuss opening file using with keyword and splitting words, and what is directory, how to create directory, what are the different methods. Okay. So first, opening files using with keyword. Up till now we have open file using open method and we have created file object. Okay, now we are going to see how to open file using with keyword. It's a good programming practice to open a file using with keyword because it's have advantage that file is properly closed after it is used. Okay, even any error occurs during the read or write operation, or even when you forget to close that file, it automatically close if you use with keyword. Okay, if you use with keyword to open your file, so it will automatically close that file after successful operation. Okay, otherwise if we open a file using open method using file object, we have to explicitly close that file. Okay, so see the program which explain it clearly. Here I have written two programs. In one I have open file using open method by creating its file object, and second one is with open. Okay, so see the first program with open into bracket the file name comma access mode as file. Okay, as file means I'm going to assign that particular file as a file object. Okay, file is nothing but my file object. Okay, in that I have used for loop. Okay, and I have printed all the lines of that file. Okay, and I'm going to check whether my file is closed or not after my for loop. Okay, so for that I have used attribute file dot close. So see the output. With open message.txt, suppose message.txt having message like good morning all, have a nice day. Okay, so that particular line will get printed using that for loop. After that we have checked whether that file is closed or not. Okay, so it is giving me output as a true. Okay, because after successful operation with keyword will close that file automatically. Okay, now see the our regular open method example. I have created one file object whose name is file. In that I have open file message.txt in read mode. Same using for loop I have printed the number of lines within that file. Okay, and same I'm going to check whether file is closed or not. Okay, so it see the output, it's showing that message good morning all, have a nice day. Okay, and it let's check if file is closed or not. It giving me output as a false because I haven't explicitly closed that file. I forget to close that file explicitly using close method. Okay, so that's why it is giving me output as a false. So if I want to close that file, I need to execute close method explicitly. So after that print statement I need to write file dot close, where with open we don't have to write uh, file dot close, because it once the successful operation has been done, it will close the file automatically. Okay, so this is nothing but opening file using with keyword. Now next is splitting words. As its name indicates, the string or the statement or the line, it will get split by based on character. It will split into words based on a particular character or separator. Okay, so by default that character separator is nothing but your space. Okay, you can specify any other character like comma to split the words in a string or line. Now see the example. I have opened that same file message.txt in read mode, and then in line I have read all the lines of that file using readline method. Okay, and then in words I have split that line, so line dot split, and now I have printed that words. Okay, so line will split based on the space between two words. Okay, like here I have given a space between good, then space morning, then space all, then space have, then space an a, then space nice, then space d. I have written like this in that message.txt. So as an output it gave me the splitting words like good, then comma morning, comma all, comma have, comma a nice, comma day. Okay, suppose you are separated that particular message by using comma. Okay, so here you can use that separator character as a comma. So see the example, I have opened same file again, I have read the each line by using readline method, and in words I have splitted that line by character comma. That means whenever that comma occur it will separate that words. Okay, so suppose in file message.txt I have written like good morning all, then comma, then have a nice day. So it's going to split into two words based on that comma. So it will split good morning all first, that will be one word, and have a nice day, that will be another word. Okay, so it splitted based on comma. Okay, by default is space, or you can give any other character, okay, for splitting. So this is about how to split words. Now next is renaming and deleting files. If you want to rename your file, so OS module provides rename method. Okay, os.rename, into bracket you have to give old file name, then your new file name. Okay, so import that OS module, os.rename into bracket. Suppose I want to replace my message.txt name by notice.txt. So my old file name message.txt and my new file name is notice.txt. In this way you can rename the file name. Same way, if you want to remove that file, then you have method remove. Okay, so you have to give os.remove into bracket file name which you want to delete. Okay, suppose I want to delete message1.txt, so I will write import os.remove message1.txt. os is a module which provides such kind of methods, import. So you have to import it first. Okay, that means if you want to use rename, remove, then you have to import that os module. Now next we are going to focus on directory. Okay, so directory, as all of we know, directory is nothing but what? Collection of files. Okay, that file may be of same format or in different format. So as I said, Python has OS modules that helps programmers to work with the directories. Okay, that OS module will have number of methods to work with your directories. Okay, these methods allow user to create, remove, change the directories. So first method, mkdir, that is nothing but make directory. This method is used to create directory in current working directory. Okay, if you are working in C drive and particular say Python directory, then make directory will create a new directory within that Python directory. Okay, so how to create directory? Directory is nothing but what we can say folder. Okay, so how you are going to create that directory? So you have to import OS module first, then os.mkdir into bracket you have to give your directory name. Okay, suppose I want to create a directory unit 6. So after successful creation of that directory, I'm going to print message directory is created. So as an output I'm getting that message directory is created. You can check your current working directory, check over there whether that unit 6 is created or not. Okay. Now next is get cwd method. Okay, if you want to know in which directory you are working, okay, which directory, current directory is you are working, then you can use that get cwd method. Okay, it is used to display the current working directory name. So, okay, syntax is os dot get cwd. Now next is chdir method. Okay, suppose you want to change the current working directory. Okay, you want to another directory, you want to make that another directory as a current working directory, then you can use this method chdir, change the directory. Okay, so syntax is os dot chdir into bracket the directory name which you want to assign as a current directory, current working directory. Okay, suppose I'm working in current directory say python 34, but now I want to work in pps directory. Okay, so I need to change that current working directory python 34 by pps. So I'm going to write os.chdir into bracket directory name is pps. So it will give me it will change my current working directory as a pps. Okay, now next is rmdir method, that is remove directory method. Okay, if we have created directory and now we want to suppose remove that directory. Okay, so it is used to delete or remove directory. It accepts the name of directory which you want to delete. Okay, but before deleting that directory should be empty. Should be empty means it should not contain any kind of files. All files are should be deleted. Then and then only you can remove that directory. Okay, so if you are trying to remove or delete a non-empty directory, the error will occur. Okay, so to remove your directory, syntax is os.rmdir into bracket directory name which you want to delete. Okay, for example, I want to delete unit 6 directory. Okay, so for that I am going to import os os.rmdir into bracket unit 6. Okay, it will, if that unit 6 is non-empty, sorry empty, then and then only it is going to be removed. If it is non-empty, it will generate an error. Still you want to delete that non-empty directory, then you have to use method rmtree of shuttle module. Okay, so you have to use rmtree, that is remove tree, that means remove all the files within that directory and remove that directory also. Okay, so for that you need to import module shuttle. Okay, then import module first, then call method rmtree into bracket, give the directory name. So it will remove all the files which contains in unit 6 and then it will remove that unit 6. Okay, so this is related to your remove directory. Now next is the make dirs. Okay, make dirs method. It is used to create more than one folder or more than one directory. Okay, so syntax is os.make dirs into bracket you are going to give the name of directories you want to create. Okay, suppose I want to create like C colon. In C colon I want to create a directory first fe. In that fe I want to create directory pps. In that pps I want to create a directory unit 1. In unit 1 I want to create a new directory Python basic. Okay, so like that you have, so to generate such kind of hierarchical structure or directory within a directory, you can use makeDirs method. Okay, so syntax: import os dot makeDirs, then specify the all the name of directories you want to create. Okay, so give it is in the form of path c:/fe/pps/unit1/python basic. Okay, now next is the os.path.join method. Now suppose, see, earlier we had seen that your path is given by backslash operator in Windows and by using forward slash in Unix or Linux. Okay, we had discussed earlier when we are discussing about file path. Okay, so to make your path portable, okay, to make your path portable, you have to use join method. Okay, so see the example. So join method will return a string with file path that has correct path separators. Now see the example: import os, print os.path.join, into bracket I have given that path without any separator. Okay, I have given that path without any separator, c colon, then comma, in double quotes unit 6, comma, type of file, comma, binary file. This unit 6 is my first folder. In that type of file folder is there, and in type of file binary file is there. Okay, so I want to make a path now using that separator. Okay, so os.path.join, what it will do, it will join all this, the folder file and folder name, by using correct path separator. It depends on which operating system you are using. Okay, so see the output, it has been used that backward slash operator because my system is Windows, so it will join that all the name of folders and files by using backward slash operator because I am using Windows. If I am using if I have used Linux, then it will give that path separator by forward slash. Okay, now next is methods from OS modules. Okay, so there are some methods from OS module. So first method is os.path.absolute path method. Okay, so whatever string you pass to it, it will form absolute path of it. Okay, so for example, import os, print os.path.absolute path, into bracket python/string docs. Okay, so in output C, it will here I have taken that path which is nothing but my relative path Python. My current working directory is Python, and in that file is suppose string docs. Okay, so it will convert that path into absolute path. So its absolute path is c:34/python/string docs. Okay, now next method is os.path.is absolute path. So it is, this method is going to check whether that path is absolute path or not. Okay, if the path which is passed in the argument of that os.path.is absolute method is absolute path, then it will give you output as a true, otherwise it will give you output as a false. Okay, now next is the os.path.relative path, into bracket path comma start. Okay, so this method accepts a path and start string as a argument and returns relative path that begins from the start. Okay, whatever you have mentioned into the start, so it will according to your start, it will begins that relative path. Okay, it gives you relative path. Okay, if you haven't given that start, then the current working directory will be considered as a start. Okay, so example, import OS print. Here I have taken path as the absolute path as C:python chapters first draft string docs. Okay, and then I have given comma, and then I want to start my path from C:/python. Okay, now see the output. In output it will show that chapters slash first draft slash string docs. Okay, so because C colon after Python, the relative path will be what? The chapters first draft slash string docs. Now next method is the os.path.directory name path method. Okay, so this method returns a string that includes everything specified in the path that comes before last slash. Okay, whatever the things comes before that last slash mentioned in your path, it is going to be printed over here. Okay, so see the example. Import OS, I have printed print os.path.directory name. In that I have passed that path C:/python /unit1 /basics /operators.py. My last slash is what? Before that operators.py. So before that operators.py, it is going to be printed using this method. Okay, that means see the output C:/python /unit1 /basic. Now next method is the os.path.basename method. Okay, here again argument is path. So it is opposite to your os.path.directory name. It will give you the base name. Okay, that means whatever comes after that last slash, it is going to be printed. So see the example. Import OS print os.path.basename. In that I have passed path like C:/python /unit1 /basics /operators.py. So after last slash is what? Operators.py. So output will be operators.py. Now next method, the os.path.split method. Okay, so this split method, as its name indicate, it will accept the file path and returns the directory name and its base name. So it is going to split the directory name and base name. If we taken the same path previous one, so see in the example, import OS print os.path.split into bracket C:/python /unit1 /basics /operators.py. So it is going to split that directory C:/python /unit1 /basics comma, and my next base name is what? Operators.py. So it is going to split that directory name and base name. Next method, os.path.getSize. So it will returns the size of path. Okay, so see the example, import os.path.getSize into bracket C:/python.34.try.py. The total size of that path is what? 174. So output will be 174. Next method, the os.list directory into path method. Okay, it will returns the list of file names specified in the path. Okay, suppose I have file directory PPS, and in that PPS directory I am having unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6 as a files. Okay, so it will list all the file names as output. See the output, all the unit names are there. Now next method, os.path.exist path method. Okay, this method returns output as a true if file or folder specified in a path exist. Okay, if that file or folders are there within that path, then it will return true, otherwise false. Next method, os.path.each file path method. It returns true if path has file. Okay, if path specifies a file or path has file, then it will return true, otherwise false. The next method, the os.path.each directory into bracket path. Now this method returns true if path specifies an existing directory. If path consists of directory, then it will return true, otherwise false. Okay, so this is about directory and its method. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Thank you. And here we end up with unit number 6.